Hello all, hello, happy Friday. I'm so happy you guys are here, and thanks replay viewers for being here too. I so appreciate it. We are gonna sew and get this guy a little bit farther today. I'm gonna flip y'all around in a sec here. Hello Sherry, thanks for coming in. Oop. There we go. Hey there, guys. Happy Friday. Hello. Hope y'all are doing well this Friday evening. We are going to work on finishing up the sewing part. I'm hoping. We'll see how far we get. There are a lot of teeny tiny pieces. I mean, this is how big these little pieces are. Let's see. Here's the little half square triangle guys that we made last night. So we will be sewing all of those together. We are working on block 2 of the Splendid Sampler sew along. So this is a 100 block mystery block, quilt block. So we are on number 2. It's released every Sunday and Thursday. So we'll get another one on this coming Sunday. And, so this is only block 2, so there's plenty of time to still join if you want. It's thesplendidsampler.com if you want to find out more information. There are, I think, over 17,000 people on the email list for this thing. Hello! And there's over, I think, 12,000 people on the Facebook page who are all making this mystery quilt, so it's pretty exciting. So this is the pattern here, and we've got all the little pieces ready to go. I laid them out a little bit. We'll check over that first, and then now we're going to try and sew it. So for those who are new, my name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we create lovely and quirky hand embroidery patterns and kits. I'm the author of Sew and Stitch Embroidery, and I'm a fabric designer as well. And I'm here every night at 9:30 p.m. Central, and we craft and sew and embroider and paint and just whatever we kind of feel like doing. And I encourage you guys to come join me and work on your craft project with me. And it is fun, it's relaxing, it's a time to just chill and hang out. So I am gonna flip you guys around and we will get going. Flip. Doesn't like flipping. Here we go. So let me know what you guys are working on today too. So this is what I got going on so far here. Just chilling with you every night. Oh, that's so sweet. Thanks so much, Donna. That's sweet. All right. Oh, you guys are awesome. You guys are super great. So, all right, this is what we got going on here so far. I've been stalking QuiltCon. I have been doing the same thing. I just watched Gina Pina's scope from earlier this evening, just where she walked around and looked at all the modern quilts, and man, it is inspiring, isn't it, just to see all those quilts. If you haven't seen it, go check out QuiltCon. Just Google QuiltCon West, I believe. Oh, really? And it's just really lovely. Gina's your daughter, Susan? That's kind of rad. Oh, wow, that's so cool. I love her scope so much. She's so talented. All right, guys, so this is where we are going. I have switched the lights for darks and the darks for lights. So there we got this going on here. I started laying out kind of what I thought, and the trick is, I wanted each kind of type of fabric to be kind of equidistant apart from each other and to not be too close. This actually took quite a lot of time to lay out, I have to say. I mean, there's a few things like these two are pretty close to each other yet, and, there's a few things that aren't, like this and this is close together, but you know what? It has been tough to get it this far even. I mean, there's a few things we could play around with, like, this could maybe be a cute outside one and this pop in there or something like that. But you know what? It's just so tough. So I think we are just gonna we're just gonna leave it and get on to the sewing. So I do have my 4 little pieces left over, and just from the cutting stage, and we'll keep that in case we need 1.5-inch squares later. You know, there's 98 more blocks to go after this one, so who knows what's gonna come next, right? Oh, I've started, just to show you guys, I have this old clipboard here. I've started to store all my scraps in here, and a calculator in case I really need a calculator one of these times to do math. I'm not good at math in the evening. And then I'm saving all of the scraps as well because I want to do like one of these confetti blocks with all my scraps from this project. So maybe we'll, you know, do an applique or something of all these little scraps. So I'm keeping everything from this project. So we're going to have no waste, I think. So I'm pretty excited about that. Oh, and while we're on the topic, this is how I'm kind of storing it. I think someone here kind of made up that name. So we've been just calling this confetti fabric. This is all of, you know, I had this big bowl of scraps. Here, I'll show you guys. So I save my scraps. You know, this was all in my studio, just a bunch of scraps. And we kind of secured it down and then sewed all over the place. And you're basically almost making a new textile out of all the scraps. So I thought that was just so fun. We had a great time. Well, I had a great time, but I don't know. I hope you guys liked it too when we did that the other night. And I'm hoping to do it again, and I want it in the color palette of what we're doing for this quilt. So my quilt, I'm going to try and keep to these kind of dark blues with sparks of color in it. What is total pattern of the quilt? We don't know. So that's the thing. We do not know what this quilt is going to be like. It's a mystery quilt. So this is only block 2. Block 1, here are my, I'm storing everything in a binder. So this was block 1. And then there was also a bonus block. I'm keeping them all in the binder with instructions on the back. And then this is the bonus block. So that is kind of the look and feel I'm going for here. So here we go. Here's this, so the kind of blues with little pops of color every once in a while. Oh, you store them in a binder too? You know, I've never done a quilt along like this where it's released over a period of time and stuff. So I'm like, you know what? To keep this all together, I'm going to have to do it in a binder or be organized. Oh, you're doing the Tula 100. Oh, wow, that's exciting. A lot of people are doing that. I think that would be a really fun one to do. And like I said, I've never done a sampler before. I don't do blocks very often at all. So this is all really fresh and new for me, and I'm going to try and learn as much as I can. And in fact, that's what we're doing tonight as well. So you recognize my nail polish. Hey, it matches these hearts tonight. Matches the purple periwinkle hearts. So they want, from the instructions, Jane, who wrote it, she wants us to sew all like blocks of 4 together, and then you put all the chunks of 4, sew them together when you're done with the 4. Now, typically, I'm used to doing it row by row. Like I would usually go typically all the way across the row and then press the seams in opposite directions. She has arrows on the direction on how to press the seams. So for these 4 blocks here, she has us pressing them open both ways, and I never press open. And I'm going to give it a try this time. I'm going to do it how the instructions say and see if I like this way better. Probably because of the butterfly. Well, actually, here's the butterfly shape. This one's the butterfly shape. This one, I'm pressing 2 directions and then sewing it together, and then ironing when I'm sewing those 2 together, then I iron them open. So the butterfly ones, I'm actually not pressing open. Oh, lately you press open most of the time. I've never done that, so I am going to go away from what I usually do, which is do it my own way, and I'm going to just follow these instructions because I'm here to learn for sure. Yeah, these are the instructions. Andrew, I kind of missed part of that, but this is the instructions. You get new instructions with each block that's released. So this is the instructions for block number 2. They're not numbered, so I just started numbering them. Okay, so here's where we go. I mean, probably not the stitches in the rows. Oh, yeah. That could be. I'm just confused. So we're gonna just do it and see what it ends up being. I would have thought ironing them all one way and ironing them all the other way would make it easier to line up the corners and all that, but I don't know if that's the case. So all right, let's get going. I am gonna start by just sewing all these 2 pieces together across the whole quilt because it looks like, you know, so I'm gonna sew these 2 pieces and then I'm gonna sew these 2 pieces and these 2 pieces. I'm just gonna go down the row and do all that because that I know for sure we need. We need these 2 pieces sewn together the whole entire way down. The trick is gonna keep this in order. You're confused with cutting the squares into 2 inches and then a 1/2 inch. I didn't quite get that. What part do you mean? Are you doing the blocks too? Let me know like what stage in the instructions. Okay, so I am going to move my camera over and we will get sewing. So I'm going to start, like I said, with sewing each of these 2 pairs together all the way down. You know, and this is seeming like this might take a while, so I don't know, we'll get as far as we can tonight. But after that, we'll do the pressing. And then we'll sew our 4 chunks together and do our pressing again, and then we'll sew the whole thing together. We'll see how far we get. All right, I'm gonna move you guys over so you can see the sewing machine a little bit. There we go. And I'll try, maybe I'll move the block over as I go too. So I'll start on the right side. Okay, let's get sewing here, people. There we go. So I've got my scant 1/4 inches, and a scant 1/4 inch, it's basically from the needle, so the needle goes right down the center of this. A scant 1/4 inch is just a couple hairs shy of a 1/4 inch, so that when you fold open your fabric when you're done, the bulk of the fabric adds in that extra little couple hairs, so then it ends up being a true 1/4 inch. So you got to sew it like a little less than a 1/4 inch. All right, so I'm going to start at the top and start sewing my pairs together. So this has been what everyone in the Facebook group has said that has been really tricky, is just making sure you have this 1/4 inch seam allowance just right. So we'll see how it goes. Come on, machine. All right, I'm gonna get the next one ready. Ooh, this is gonna be tough to remember. I'm gonna have to remember what direction they go. So, okay, we're doing floral. It goes floral then abstract. Yeah, this will be the trick. Just remember how this all goes. I'm probably gonna have to cut them off as I go so I can lay them out again, so I can get the layout the same. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. It's going to waste some time, but you want to be able to make a quilt from squares. Oh, like a bunch of tiny little squares like this. I think that would be like the most amazing and beautiful thing ever. I love that. All right, so I'm going to just lay these out here as I go. I'm going to just kind of finger press them open a hair. There, now you guys can see. So I will lay them out there as I go. These 2 together. So this is kind of the relaxing part of quilting, where you can just do the same motion over and over again. We are just sewing these tiny squares over and over again, and there's 25 squares total. All right, so this one we said it went floral, then the abstract. And this is gonna shrink so much too when we're done here. Just because every time we're sewing, we're getting rid of a 1/4 inch all the way around. So this block looked so big and it's gonna shrink down so much. Oh, thanks, Andrew. Yeah, it's, well, let's see if you say that when it's done. If this measures 6.5 inches when we're done, then it went all right. And typically, you know, I wouldn't snip every single time. I would just do a long row of this, but I'm really trying to keep my layout going. Ugh, look how cute those three are together. This is just cute. I would like wear something like this. That is cute. It's so fun seeing just fabric develop. All right, so here's these three. Let me see if I can tilt you guys a little bit more so you can see it develop. All right, this one is the detailed one and the plain one. So what are y'all guys up to tonight? I've been watching all the Periscope stuff too. Those fabrics would make a cute skirt. Oh, they totally would. All right, so here's our little butterfly, our first little butterfly coming together. I love this fabric too. Look at this. This has I don't know if you can see, it's got like gold ink. I want the fabric cutter to use for pizza. Dude, it would cut through 8 layers of pizza, I'm sure. It's a sharp puppy, this rotary cutter. And I put a new blade on yesterday, so it is smoking. It's good. Yeah, I love the shine on it too, Cora. That's actually why I bought it. It's the green too. It's that green and that gold shine are just so cool. You're having time catching on social media. That's awesome. I've been trying to limit my social media, but today I gave in a little bit. Here's this. These'll work a little bit better once we are all done pressing. Okay, so this one, the textured one, and then the floral. So I'm just really trying to line up those edges, being careful about it, because when you're working with pieces this small, any little thing off, and it can throw all your measurements. All right, here we go. Oof, these are cute together too. I like seeing them in these like trio combos. It's kind of a neat way to see it. There's another little butterfly coming together. Okay. Here we go. So I've been like, okay, so I'm just gonna talk random comments now. I've been feeling kind of sluggish for the past few days, and I think it's because the past like 3 days I've been kind of off my whole 30-ish way of eating. I don't know. I know we've talked about it here before, and I haven't been strict about it, but haven't been eating like breads and that sort of thing. And then the other day, yesterday and today, I had pizza, and the day before that, my husband brought back like a caramel roll in the morning, and I haven't eaten that stuff in a really long time, and I was just feeling like so weird the past couple of days, just so sluggish. Like I couldn't like work out like I wanted to, and I couldn't fall asleep right, and I thought I was just tired because you've been eating a cleaner eater too. Yeah, I've just been really tired, but I've been getting up a lot earlier than usual and kind of going to bed still late, so I thought it just caught up with me. But the more I think about it, I think it's because I was eating that food, so I don't know. And then, then tonight, the problem is I can't have it in the house. If it's in the house, I have to eat it, and I can't allow the husband to go buy food because he always brings something bad home. Like he brought cookies home last night for zero reason whatsoever. He had no reason to go to the grocery store, and he bought cookies. And so for dinner tonight, I had 3 cookies and the leftover salmon in the fridge. So I am still doing Kayla's BBG workout, and I'm actually on, I skipped today, so I'm going to do it tomorrow instead. But after tomorrow, I'll be done with week 11. So I'll be going on to week 12, and I think it's maybe my 3rd time through it. I don't think I've gone through it all the way once super consistently though, so I'm gonna start it up again right away because I really like it. Like, it fits my personality, I think. And so I'm gonna start it up again, and this time I'm gonna try and do it more consistently. Now that the holidays are over and all that, I think it'll be easier. But yes, I like it, Andrew. I totally recommend it. I basically like it because it's basically self-propelled. So you do this series of things. I need to email you about it. Oh yes, totally, you should. Oh, and I'm if you've emailed me, I'm getting to it. I've been kind of since the Splendid Sampler started, I've been getting a ton of emails, and it's taking me. I respond to all my emails, and it's just taking me. I'm backed up just a few days. So if you've emailed me, don't worry. I'm going in order from oldest to newest, and I will for sure email you back. But yes, email me about it, Cora. But I like it because it's self-propelled, and which basically it's just like a series of 4 exercises that you just do those exercises, and then you go back and do them again until 7 minutes are up. And then you do that. There's 2 separate cycles, and you do basically 4 minutes or four times 7 minutes. And I like it because you just do what you can. You don't have to follow someone and do it as fast as they do it or anything like that. You just do what you can. And I like that you don't have to put in a tape. And, it's my excuse to watch TV. So I watch like Judge Judy while I do it, or just some, trashy normal TV. It's my time that I'm allowed to do that, or TMZ or something, because I don't have to, and just the fact that I don't have to mess with anything beforehand, because if I have to put in a DVD, that's enough of a barrier for me not to do it. Opening an app is as much as I can muster. Yeah, exactly. And I have the printout, so I just have a folder of it open in the living room. But yeah, so it's the only exercise thing I've been able to stick with. So, for that reason, I'm in it. I like it. But yeah, so I've been doing that and eating better and getting up early. And it's the getting up early that I've been just loving, which is crazy to me because I've never, ever, ever, ever been able to get up early. But I've started. What got me able to do it was allowing that to be my time when I can read books. Like, I haven't, same with these evenings have allowed me to craft. Getting up in the morning has allowed me to read books. Oh yeah, see, I love it. I love it so much too. And that was never me. Like, I would never be a morning person sort of thing, but I wake up, I come downstairs, I start coffee the night before and have it set on a timer, so there's coffee right away, and I sit in my chair and read my book, whatever I wanted to read, and so much can get done. Like, when I'm having like a good morning day, I'll get my writing done before, I have a couple of employees that can come in sometimes, and my husband does too, and we'll get that done before they come in, and I can clean up a little. I've already read a book for like an hour. It's so awesome. And I feel like I have a nice, full, long day. But yeah, man, I'm telling you, like, me eating that weird stuff, like, and the cookies and the pizza and that caramel roll in the past 3 days has really messed me up. Like, I'm not right, and it's bumming me out because I'm not doing the things I like doing during the day. Like, I haven't been able to read my books well and get up early and even function throughout the day. Like, I'm just falling behind on things, and I don't like it, so I gotta get back on things. So, if I tell you I'm eating cookies again tomorrow, you better yell at me. How about that? All right, I forgot to do the little ender here, so I'm just gonna get it ready for the next thing. Okay, so we are... Oh, thanks. Thanks, Vanessa. Okay. So here are our first little sewn together pieces. So now I'm gonna just scoot you guys over again for a hair here. Sorry for moving you around. All right, I'm gonna turn this off too. Okay, so you're flying through this. I don't know, there's quite a bit of time yet. So here's the deal for the pressing. So the ones that are in these 4 patches here, the ones that don't have the butterflies on them, basically, we press open. So we press both of them open. The ones that have the butterflies, the top ones, we press to, we basically press them to the square. We press them to the area that isn't the half square triangle, so that's an easy way to remember it. So open and to the square. So that's what I'm going to do now, and then we'll be ready to sew the 4 patches together. All right, so towards the square. Let's get my iron over here. So I'm a little nervous about this pressing open thing because I think I'm going to burn myself like crazy with my iron. So let's see. I'm going to just press the seam first. Let's see if I can rotate so you guys can see a little bit better. There we go. Okay. And then press towards the square on these. Made in Germany. I don't think I've ever looked at the bottom of my sewing machine or my iron before. All right. I'm just gonna press the top again. Having trouble staying awake. Yeah, so if you I'm on Catch, so all of my things will be at Catch, KATCH .me/penguinandfish. This is just like Bob Ross. Oh, that's funny. We actually did. I don't know if I have that recorded. Oh, I think I do. So on Catch, a couple months ago, they did a whole on Twitch. They did a whole Bob Ross marathon. I don't know if you guys saw that. And so I tried my first oil painting ever. So here's the tricky part, how to iron this open. Maybe I'll press to one side and press the other side and then press open. We attempted a Bob Ross painting and that was kind of fun. Actually, here, I think I have it on the wall. So here's my little Bob Ross oil painting. I tried to remember what he was doing online and all that. So that's my first ever oil painting. It was weird. I'd love to try it again though, for sure. It was a trip for sure. Oh, thanks, Andrew. You can tell, like, if you replay it, you can tell how nervous I am because I just have no idea what I'm doing at all. Oh, thanks, Kathy. And it's just so weird because, I think this went this way, yeah. So this one I pressed open. It was weird because, I've never used oils before, and they don't act like other paint. Like, stickiness is a thing. Like, the paint just won't stick to itself. So it was just kind of odd. I've never worked with a medium like that before. So I definitely have a ton to learn about that. So easier with a steamer. Wow, I love him so much. Oh, I love him too. There's some steam. I would love his DVDs, but yeah, when it was on Twitch, I literally had it on my other monitor just all day, like every day. It was crazy. But oh man, I loved it so much. So this is the part of quilting that I always hated, but now I don't hate so much anymore. We'll get a little poof in there every once in a while. I would always forget, like when I started quilting, I would never remember that pressing and still with, oh, you still hate it? I don't hate, it's not my favorite part, but I don't hate it as much anymore because I've accepted it as part of the process. So now you know, in my head, it used to always be like, oh, that just takes forever. And I thought, you know, pressing should go real quick and whatever. But now I've kind of broken down my quilting. I don't know if I'm doing this right. I've broken down my quilting in my head into like sections. And now I'm accepting that pressing is like a full section of the job. So now I'm kind of more accepting that it, ooh, oh shoot, I just split that seam a little. I'm gonna have to sew that back up real quick. You know what, I might not. I think I might just leave it and sew it in. I suppose that's the problem with not going back and forth. You know what, I think I better sew that up quick, so hold on a sec here, guys. Let's just, did you see what happened there? It just, see, this is why I usually go back and forth over my edges, or why I back tack, if that's what it's called. I'm not quite sure, actually, now that I think of it. Because it kind of secures the ends, and doing it the way that I did without doing the back tacking. A lot of people don't do it, but you know, I pulled apart my block just then. And that is no good. So obviously I have to be gentler, so that's something I learned from tonight. And that's why I'm doing this block like this, to learn. But yeah, I mean, this is gonna take a while. This might be our evening, really, pressing these. Starch helped me with ironing. It helped you with, like, what aspect? The fact that you didn't like ironing and now you do, or with it not coming apart. Vodka healthy ironing. You know what? I think my mom makes her own like little lavender spray, and it's the base of that is cheap vodka. It's cheap vodka and water and then lavender drops, I think. She makes it, or no, I know what she uses it for. She puts it in her iron, so that's her iron water, and it's just really lovely. All right, this one is a press open one. Come on. So apparently these blocks I have to be more gentle with, because the other one I pulled apart. You should get yourself a little travel iron. I know, I think you're absolutely right. I was saying last night, when I got my new 6.5 inch ruler yesterday, came in the mail. But when I looked on online for it, I was like, ooh, maybe I can get a travel iron while I'm here. I was buying it off of a distributor so I could get it at like wholesale costs and stuff. But they didn't. They were all out of stock on them, so I didn't get one. But it's in the back of my head, so we'll see. There's 98 more blocks here, so maybe by the time I'm at like block 50, I'll have a travel iron. Because yeah, this is I know it was sad. It said it was on back order, which is what I'm wondering. Oh man, did all these 17,000 Splendid Sampler people, or 20,000 or whatever it's at now, did they all, they bought all my little mini irons? So that's what I think. And I would love to have, I think some of those travel ones you don't need to have plugged in either, which that doesn't seem right. How could you not have it plugged in? But that would be nice, because my outlet is pretty far away, and this is as far as my iron comes. A run on mini irons. Yeah, exactly. Everyone just bought up all the mini irons. All right, well, we're only like halfway through this, but look, it's coming together. Ah, it's so neat. It was, when I finished cutting all this up and laying it out, it just looked like a crazy mess. Like, it looked like just so much pattern and texture and blue, and it was hard to see what was going on. Oh, thanks so much. But then I'm like, I took a photo of it then. So this is a trick, you guys, if you want to give it a try sometime. just so you can give your brain like a different perspective on what you're working on. Take a photo of it. Ooh, I just almost burnt myself there. Take a photo of it and then look at it in the photo from like far away. And just having to look through your device, it kind of gives you a different perspective on it. And then when I looked at it that way, then I'm like, oh, I can see the butterflies now, and the butterflies are almost rainbow colored, and I didn't know that before. You know, when I picked the colors, I wasn't thinking about it as rainbow color, but from far away, I'm like, oh, look, it's red, orange, and yellow, and blue, and green, and I didn't notice that when I was just looking at it straight on. So that was kind of fun to discover. So I think I'm gonna like this block more than I was expecting before I did that. I just couldn't see it before, and then when I took the photo, I'm like, oh, I can see the pattern in it now, and it's all making sense. And now, like when I'm looking through my phone at it too again, I can kind of seeing it come together. I was so excited to finish today. Oh, did you finish yours today? That's awesome. So I've been thinking about these little antennae because these are supposed to be little butterflies. So there's little antennae that are embroidered on them. Here's a little pattern for it. I don't know if I'll use this pattern, but I think I'm still going to do the antenna. I was thinking of using silver embroidery thread. So like actual, like, you know, that shiny, you know, actual, I think it's, you know, metallic. That's the word I'm thinking of. I'm thinking about using metallic silver thread for the antenna, or maybe even gold because of the gold here. Yeah, so I think I might do, in my head right now, I don't know if I'll go with this. I think I'll, like, through the body, you know, so it's kind of like the body of the butterfly. I think I'll do like a chain stitch of silver or gold, I don't know yet. I'll bring both of them out tomorrow. We'll probably get to that tomorrow, and then we can decide if we like silver or gold better, or maybe we like them both. I think this would be cool with silvers and golds together. There's a lot of you know, gold. You know, there's gold in this, but all these whites kind of call for silver too. Cora, I would check the website. I think there should be a tab on there or something now to find all those things a little more easily, versus, you know, trying to go scroll through all the Facebook things like that. I think it's in a tab now, or under facts or something on thesplendidsampler.com, the bonus block. You couldn't find it there? I will, I'll look later tonight and see if I can find it. I feel like this is actually like a more complicated version of the bonus block. The bonus block kind of had these half square triangles that met up with each other and stuff too. Oh, okay, so are you getting that, Cora? Oh, on Pat Sloan's site. It should be, I would think it's on the Splendid Sampler somewhere. All right, hopefully this, you know, I'm still doing this pressing open thing. We'll see how it goes. You didn't see it there. I will take a look tonight. I like how it's coming together. Man, this really is part of it, though, this pressing. I mean, you know, we're going to spend the whole night just pressing. But again, I guess that's the part that I got to, you know, get used to, is that it's a real part. All right, we're almost done. We'll get sewing again. But yeah, we're gonna run out of time here again. Crazy. No, I think it was a Pat Sloan block. I think it originally was like for some other sampler for Moda. The design was a little different. You know what? You should just Google the Splendid Sampler bonus block, and I bet you it'll pop up that way. Maybe like a direct link or something to it. All right, this is our last pressed open one, which is nice because I don't know this pressing open thing. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. If all my blocks match up perfectly, then I don't know. Maybe this pressing open thing is a thing. This one has a little bunny on. See the little bunny? We're going to snip off his ears, though, when we press it together, but oh well. Okay, come on, little piece. You know, I'm kind of using fabrics of different weights here, and that probably wasn't the best idea either. Like, this green is kind of gauzy and light, and then this is quite a bit thicker than the other stuff, and then this Japanese one is a little thinner than some too, so I hope that doesn't affect the sewing too much. Okay, we are pressed, so let's okay, so now we're sewing the 4 bits together. Yay, it's done. Well, getting there. All right, the 4 bits. So it looks like we're just sewing these 4 blocks together, and then they're all pressed open as well. I don't know if we'll get that far tonight. I'm going to get you guys over here again. All right, let's sew these 4 blocks together. Let's go in order this way again. So with these ones that we pressed to the right and left, I don't know if you can see, so you can see this one's going this way and this one's going this way. That helps us. Oh, I have to have a sound effect for everything. That helps us kind of line up the seam. So I'm really butting those up together. It's kind of hard to see, especially with the darks, but pressing them the opposite ways allows me to butt them up together really well, the seams. And that is what makes the seams line up really well, and you have like that perfect little point in the corner. And that's why I'm curious why they didn't do that and why they're pressing them open for the other parts. So that's kind of the test. And I'm not using pins or anything, so we'll see how that goes. Oh, there we go. Vanessa has it there. All right, I gotta get that butted up against each other again. Oh, great, you got it now. Perfect. Yeah, the bonus block we actually did in one night here, so that was quick. All the other ones have taken. Oh my gosh, you guys, I did not even. My thread is not threaded. I'm sewing like without thread. Let's try that again. Threading my machine. My machine is it's, you know, not one of these fancy new machines, so I have to, whenever I start stitching, I have to hold down my threads, otherwise they'll get sucked into the machine right away. So I have to make sure I hold on to them there, and I was too busy holding on to my block that I wasn't holding on to the threads. There we go, we're still good here. How's the bobbin? I'm hoping still good, Kathy, but that's a good point. I think I'll check when this block is done. Thanks for the reminder. All right, now this one is a little off, so let's just try and go. Here's where the finicky, picky part starts, I think. This is what people in the Facebook group were having trouble with, just getting these all aligned and nice. All right, let's do these two. All right, now these two are, I gotta remember what's on top. Okay, florals on top. Now this is tricky. So this is what I'm not used to. These have them ironed flat, or open, I mean, and I'm not used to that. I mean, typically I've heard don't do that because then you can't match your seams up really well, but we'll give it a go. See how it goes. We're trying something new. So my mom's making all these blocks as well, and I haven't checked in to see if she's done this one yet, and she hasn't popped into the scope tonight, so I don't know what she's up to. I'll have to just use the pin to align them. I know. I should just use the pin to align them. I just don't want to use a pin. But I suppose we'll check this first one. If this first one is fine, then I'll just keep doing it how I am. But if it's not, if it's off, then I'll start using a pin. Because look at this. So this is the one where we nested the seams together. And look, that point's pretty dang good. That's looking fancy there, people. Okay. So which way did that butterfly go? Oh no, I don't know. Was it this way? This way or this way? I think it might have been this way, but I don't know, guys. If that looks weird, then we'll have to figure it out again. All right. Yes, leaning right. I know, but was it leaning right like this or 180 version? You know, like was this flower in the corner or was this abstracty guy in the corner? That's what I don't remember. And now I think I'm messing this up too. Oh wait, I'm pretty sure the abstracty wasn't in the corner because I have the abstract in the corner here. All right, there we go. So Gina looks like she must be having just such a fun time at QuiltCon. I haven't gone there yet. I'd like to give that a go. I feel like I'm just entering the quilting world a little bit more. I mean, I've been going to, you know, the quilt market for years now, but, you know, I felt always kind of outsiderish because, you know, I'm just doing the, oh, wish you were there with her. Yeah, that'd be a nice mom and daughter thing to do. Maybe I'll invite my mom and we can go next year or something. That'd be fun. She would totally be into it. But yeah, let's get this going. I was doing, oh, she introduced you to modern quilting. See, that's so awesome. This one, the floral was at the top. Oh, but was it the top in that corner? Yeah, I think, oh man, see, I gotta pay attention to these. But, you know, I was in the embroidery side of things, which is kind of on the outskirts of it. Is QuiltCon for quilters and quilt market for buyers? Yes, so QuiltCon is open to the public, but it's a modern quilt show, so it's put on by the Modern Quilt Guild, I believe, and it's mostly for modern quilts, but they do have vendors there and everything, but it's open to the public. Quilt Market is open just to the trade, so only stores can go. All right, so this is the one that we pressed open, and you know what? That's a pretty dang looking corner there too. That's pretty dang lined up, so I don't know. I guess it both works. Did you see the fun contest? Got the people who aren't going. Oh, the quilt nun. Yeah, I did see that. I just started looking at that, and I thought that was pretty cute. So guys, we might start cutting out soon, just because my phone tends to do that around this time, so if it does, I wanted to thank all of y'all for being here. We will keep going on this tomorrow. It's taken actually quite a bit longer than I thought, you know, and you know what it is? It's that pressing. It's that pressing that I still obviously forget is part of quilting that takes its time. Oh, thank you, Cora, for coming. But yeah, it's usually around the 45-minute to hour-long mark, even on this new phone that I got, that it kind of peters out sometimes. All right, let's see. Another good-looking corner. So far, so good, guys. I'm being extra careful. You know, I'm really kind of paying attention to. This one had this guy on the outside. I'm paying attention to my corners a little bit more. Oh, thank you guys. You guys are just totally the best. And I really, really, really do appreciate you guys being here. This kind of makes my day every evening, and it's just so neat to see people making stuff and being creative, and, you know, we can all learn together, and that's what's so fun too. I love it. Thanks so much. All right, this one has the floral on top. Yeah, I'm pretty excited to see how this ends up, since I've never done a quilt like this, period, where it's just like a lot of blocks. I kind of just do my own thing, and it just, you know, it's not usually a sampler or all these, you know, intricate things going on. It's usually just bigger, and that's looking pretty good. All right, but now I forget again. See, I'm gonna have to rearrange all these guys when I'm done. Nope, it would have had to been like this, I'm thinking. You know what I should do? I should put a pin in the upper left-hand corner of them or something. All right, this one, I'll just remember what's in the upper left. So upper left is this little egg-shelled decorative circle thing here. You said floral on top. Okay. How though? No, because this I wouldn't have matched this to this. So yeah, floral must be on top right there. Okay, thanks. Oh, I think I said floral on top for the next one. So I gotta think 2 ahead. So okay, this one has the stripy, goofy one in the upper left. And this one had the floral in the upper left. Or the floral on top. Yeah, watch the replay. That's, yeah, to see how I had it. Oh, corners are still looking... Oh, these are all florals, though. Ah, shoot. They're all florals. I don't know which one went where. I'm kind of looking what's adjacent to them, because I try not to match same to same, so I think it's like this. All right. We'll do this one. This one also has that stripy one in the upper left. Same as the one I just did. Let's match those seams. Oh, we're doing good on the seams so far. So I'm pretty happy with that. So maybe this doing this 4-patch way is gonna be just fine. Ooh, this one might have been a bit squiggly. We'll probably just live with it. I don't know if I'm a seam ripper person, so we'll see how it goes. All right, this upper left had that. Do I sew barefoot? Well, I'm in my socks right now, so I don't usually sew barefoot just because my pedal is gets super hot and it would probably burn my foot, honestly. With my old machine. So no, I usually have I probably usually do it in slippers, but right now I have a sock on. Do you sew barefoot? I know a lot of people do. I'm kind of wondering why, though. You do it? Sew barefoot? All right, we just have this one last one. Well, that didn't take forever. This is the upper right this time. You do her socks. Fun. I do like, I mean, I think you can feel more through, your socks versus shoes. So I think there's a feel to it, So I think that's, yeah, now that I think about it more, I don't think I usually sew with shoes on. All right, this one, I don't think I quite matched up. I'm going to stretch it a little. This one might be a hair off, but I think we're going to be good. And then we'll get our little spider, what we called it going on here last night. Our little ender. Okay. Oh, I got 3 going here. Oh, man. I forgot to snip one off. Okay, so let's see. We're going to have to... Well, they're all ironed flat, so we can figure out the directions that they went after, I think. Still looking all right. All right, so what I'll probably do... I think upper corner that way. What I'll probably... No, now we're looking wrong. Let's try like that. I'll probably press these open. I'm gonna flip you guys around now, I think, but I will press these open and then we'll be all ready to sew for tomorrow night. So tomorrow we'll sew all these together. So it's kind of hard to see because they're not pressed. But we'll sew all these together tomorrow, these 4 patches together. So we kind of have a 9 patch going now. Oh, it totally is. It is, Andrew. And I have a notepad by me in case we do need to keep track a little bit more, but this is definitely wrong. Oh wait, I think maybe this was upper left there, like that. I don't know, I'm gonna mess around with it again. So I'll press them all open tonight yet, when I'm done here with you guys, just because then we won't have to deal with that tomorrow. They're all pressed open, and then tomorrow we'll sew them together, and we'll start the embroidery tomorrow too, because we're gonna finish this block, the sewing pretty quickly, I think, tomorrow. And then yeah, so I'll get my metallic threads out, and then we can pick which thread. So we'll, I think, I don't know, I'm liking this metallic idea. So we'll get out the metallic silvers and golds, and I have some coppers that would be really pretty too. So all right, guys, I'm gonna flip you guys around. Flip. Oh, it doesn't want to flip. Here we go. All right, guys. Thanks again so much for being with me tonight here. Here are the little blocks. See, now you can kind of see how little they are. I mean, this is, this should, maybe we should measure it. This should be like 2.5 inches now. Oh, we are looking good yet, people. We're looking like the right seam allowance, so that's good. Little fluttery butterfly. See, gold or silver would be cute with that. All right, guys, thank you again. I will be here tomorrow. I hope you guys can make it again at 9:30 p.m. Central, although it is the weekend, so go have fun as well. But I will be here doing my relax and craft time. So thanks again, guys. You're the best. I really do appreciate you guys coming in here. I will see you tomorrow. Good night.